Is going on, people? Welcome back. Johnny here, and we are going to start a new playthrough today based on the Zombieland game. And I think let's just go take a peek at the mod settings for that. I have all kinds of mods involved. We'll take a look at that in a minute too. This is episode 0. If you want to get into the gameplay, go ahead and just jump into episode 1. I'm going to go for a Night of the Living Dead theme. So I'm going to make the zombies really slow and dumb, but there should be lots of them. We'll have 500 on the map. We'll have 100 per colonist. Should work out pretty well. I want 0 days in between events. That's going to cut back on extra time in between events. You can pause and take a look. I tweaked a few things, but overall I didn't change meals to Twinkies because Night of the Living Dead came out in the late 60s, so we should be able to have some fun with this. Now let's take a look at all the mods. You can just pause and take a peek. You notice the game's going to look different because I have better walls and floors. And then try Octung. I've been thinking about that in my dwarf playthrough. I think it'd be a lot of fun, so we'll try it here. Zombieland being key. I have RimCities. We're not going to start in a city though. In the movie, they start in a cemetery. I wish I could start in a big old cemetery. I think that'd be a lot of fun, but that's just not going to be the case since I don't have a map for that. Anyways, so there you go. Let's get going. I have a scenario here. We're going to start with some extra steel and wood because that's going to be useful. There are going to be some ship chunks around. Extra steel on the map. But it's going to be 2 people themed after the people that start in that movie, Night of the Living Dead. So it's going to be Barbara and Johnny. And our seed's going to be Night of the Living Dead. I think this will be a lot of fun. In that movie where they end up like in the house with zombies trying to bash their way in, we may just end up in that situation. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited to try Run and Gun. I'm excited to do Fog of War. There's a bunch of cool stuff, so you won't know where the zombies are with the real Fog of War going. There's a few other things, like the brake mod kind of tweaks the way brakes work, mental brakes. Metal being non-flammable, I think makes sense. Steel doesn't burn. Why should it burn in RimWorld? And then there's vanilla events expanded. All right, this is the same settings we have. All right, so where do we want to start? I kind of putzed around with this playthrough already, and I started in a city, but other guys have done that to death, and it's just, I don't think it's as fun as it otherwise would be. I want to start near some friendly city folk. That's when you're all zoomed out, it looks like there's lots. It'd be fun to start next to an abandoned city as well, so maybe I'll focus on that. I'm gonna find a spot here. All right, this looks cool, and you can see down here what the location is if you want to try the same map. Scratch that. So is this owned by somebody? Yeah, it is. That's kind of bullshit that the abandoned cities are owned by somebody. Can I take that spot? Yes, I can. All right. And then I have a few characters. So we have Barbara. And then we have... that ain't what I wanted. Load a character. We have Johnny. Fantastic. So per the beginning of that movie, these are the 2 people hanging out in the cemetery. And let's make them a couple, which I think we should be able to do. So... Barbara. I say it like that because Johnny always picks on her at the beginning. Alright, so they should be spouse. No, that's siblings. How do I make spouses? You add lover, ex-wife, wife of Johnny. Alright, we have to actually take them off this one. There you go. And as you can see, like, he's too smart because he acts like a real jerk, but he's a pretty nimble guy when he fights that zombie at the beginning of that movie. And then we'll make her tough because she takes some abuse in that movie and holds up really well, and kind because she seemed pretty kind-spirited. So that's the people we're going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and fire this up, and then we'll see where we land. All right, there you go. So your partner and you were out visiting the cemetery when strange things started to happen. And there is your fog of war. That's a lot of fun. I love Camera Plus too. That's one of my favorite mods. Just being able to get like way in here or way out. It's pretty awesome. So we need to... There's a bunch of preliminary stuff like setting up work, getting all of our usable stuff hauled out of the water, so on and so forth. But that's going to be something for next time. This episode is really just about setting things up. So next time we'll be back, and there's our components too. I just don't want to miss anything. Are there any other components on the map? Anyway, thanks for watching. Jump into episode 1 if you want to get going on some gameplay.